So I have all the fixings here to make some awesome bread to take on tour with me, to snack on and just to eat for meals and whatever. At times like these, I kind of wish that I had a cooking show, right? Yeah, why not? Hi all, welcome to Jeremiah's Kitchen. Today we're gonna cook up some whole wheat bread, good for the whole family. Yeah, let's get excited, we're cooking the bread. Scratch that, I don't need a cooking show. It's a little ridiculous. Today we are making some whole wheat bread, and all you need is whole wheat flour, regular flour, some warm water, salt, yeast, and honey. Then you mix it all together and wait a little bit, bake it, you got some bread. It's that easy. This seems to work. I do it quite often. So I have 20 ounces of whole wheat flour and 20 ounces of regular white flour. So I'm just gonna put it into the same thing. Isn't this so fancy that I have separate containers for each one? It's a real cooking show. And we're gonna add the warm water into the flour. Very nice, very nice. 2 teaspoons of yeast. Just sprinkle that over the top there. 4 teaspoons of salt. Around 6 tablespoons of honey. I'm gonna try and get as much out of this thing as I can. Yeah. And now we mix it all up until we can't mix it anymore with a spatula. Now you may be wondering why I have this whiskey. This whiskey is for drinking. Ah, yes. All right. So that's about as far as the spatulas goes. Now, the recipe calls for a bread hook and a nice mixer, but I don't have a mixer or a bread hook, so I gotta do it by hand. So you gotta get your thinners in there. You gotta work the dough until it gets to be just the right feel. And this is the part that takes forever. The drink is always very much appreciated at this stage of the process. I know what you're all thinking out there. You're thinking, wow, with all this dough kneading, he must be really good at giving massages. Whew, glad I got myself a drink. Hey, this is my bread. Go on, go get your own bread. Go make your own. It's not that funny. I need the dough. I'm kneading the dough. All right, I'm starting to feel like it might be getting to that point. And the way you can figure out if it's done is tear off a piece and you stretch it so that it becomes opaque to some degree and that you can see light through it. So let's see if I can see light when I stretch this. Yeah, I can. Ooh, actually that's not bad. It needs to be able to stretch so that light can come through without it tearing. Wow, that's pretty nice. I did a pretty nice job with that. All right, it's pretty much done. So I'm gonna give it another couple of rounds here, work that piece back into it, and then we're gonna let it rise. All right, so let's get this into pieces, because you gotta split this in half, because this makes 2 loaves. So we gotta split it in half and let it rise separately, because it just works better that way. So we gotta make sure we got pretty even halves. Close enough to half? Maybe a little bit more. All right, that's good enough. I'm gonna cover these bad boys with saran wrap, and then we'll let them rise until they get about double the size. Rise until double the size. That's right. It doubled in size and didn't quite take an hour, but it looks pretty good. Dig this out here. And then what we need to do is we need to sort of work it again to get the gas that the yeast had created out, so that there's no big air pockets when we finally bake this thing. And the bread doesn't have feelings, so you can slap it around a little bit. Got the oven preheating for 350. All right, now let's put it into a nice bread shape. I don't know if this is how you actually do it, but this is how I do it, I guess. There's probably cooks out there on the YouTubes or on the Facebook saying, man, that's not how you do this. That's not how you make bread. Who are you even? Well, I'm a musician going on tour and all I need is bread. So, you'll get over it. I have the 2 doughs in the 2 pans and they're ready to go in the oven. That Riesling is just awful. They don't know how to do Rieslings out here.